Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Tips, Talks and Tequila. Today we've got Jeanré with us. Hello Jeanré!
Hi everyone, hello Zita.
Alright Jeanré, for those who don't know you, please sum up your life. Just give us a short summary of who you are and what you do for those who do not know you, but I'm sure everyone knows you.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, yeah, so my name is Jeanré du Preez and I'm from Bloemfontein. That's important to know. I'm not from Cape Town, although I would love to be. Mag ek dit sê?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm from Bloemfontein and I'm a qualified brain practitioner. So I do brain profiles. My business name is Brain ID and I've actually done Zita's brain profile as well. And yes, I'm also a sales rep for a company that's called KAO. And I have a modeling school, EModels. And that is what I do. That's who I am.
Yes, that's a mouthful. That's a lot on your plate, but you one of those people I know. You know you can handle it, do that stuff and more. So well done. We take our hat off to you.
I try, and I like coffee. Extra warm. Zita got the order correct.
Yeah. So whenever you go for a coffee, extra hot.
Yes, extra warm, hot. And if not, I'm sending it back like a diva.
Jeanré, I want to touch on, I know you do like affirmations and stuff to reach your goals. What is your motivation for that and why does it work for you?
Okay. Yes, Zita, I do. I feel that once you start with your brain, and when I started out with the brain profiling and understanding how my thinking preferences influence everything that I do, the word also says that you need to be renewed every day. You need to renew your mind fresh every day. And I never really actually thought of the importance or hoe belangrik dit regtig is to do everyday positive affirmations. And what you speak and what you sow into your life is what's going to happen. And I've really seen that in my own life. I tried it. I was like, okay, everyone, you always read about these inspirational people, they're doing this and they are so positive. And I thought like, okay, well, let's give it a go. Let's try it. It's like a diet. Everyone says a diet works. I've tried it and it does. Okay, so I've tried it and I've seen how it impacted my life and also those around me just by being positive and speaking life over situations. That changed my life. Yeah.
And what you speak or do, that you also track that into your life, right?
Yes. No, that's definitely like, I always tell people like science is what goes up must come down. So whatever you put out there will come back to you. So you attract the positivity into your life as well. Yes.
That's very cool. Jeanré, then I want to touch on Brain ID, like you said. Yeah, she did a profile on me and Barry. That was quite interesting, but I appreciated it because it showed us how to work with each other, to understand each other, and to understand why we are almost not compatible at all, but we make it.
You make it work.
Yeah. Please touch on that as well. How is Brain ID so relevant? Why should people also look into getting that done?
Okay, so like Zita said, is when you do the brain profile, it's not magically going to change your whole life, right? It's not going to be a light bulb moment from, there's going to be a lot of small light bulb moments saying that, oh, now I understand why Barry talks the way he talks. Or that's why Barry makes a decision the way he does. And the same with Zita. So when you do the brain profile, we just basically tell you, okay, this is your brain. You can see it on white, black and white. This is how your thinking preferences work and how you can literally accommodate someone else, specifically when you're in a relationship. Communication is very important in business. The brain profile can help you in every aspect of your life by communication, problem solving. How did this person think? Okay, let me stand back and accommodate them. So it goes hand in hand with emotional intelligence as well. So that's basically when you do the brain profile, it opens up a new world of thinking for you as an individual.
How can that be an asset or a plus for businesses to get to build relationship, improve relationship with their staff?
Okay, so the brain profile can work from the boss to the staff member, the employee, and it can work from the employee to the boss, and it can work to the customer. So the brain profile can work in more than one aspect. Basically, this is understanding on a whole nother level. I'm going to give you an example. I have a boss that's very much R2. So R2 is your emotional side of the brain, and he's very compassionate and wants to know how you are, etc., etc. I'm not like that. My R2 is very low. So in the beginning, I was like, oh my goodness, hy gaan nou weer vir my vra, hoe gaan dit? And I'm just like, can we just get the job done? All right. So now I understand that is his thinking preference. Yeah. So from my side, I also ask him now, how are you, Mr. Mike? How are you doing today? How do you feel? So immediately there's a tolerance level, and we accommodate one another on that sense. Yeah. That's the same with clients. When you've done the brain profile, you first of all understand your brain now, and now you understand everyone else's brain. So you understand what is an L1. So if you have an L1 customer coming in, you'll know exactly, I must talk finances, I must talk to the point, to the T. I must not ask them how they're feeling today, because that's not how they think, that's not how they operate. So yeah, the brain profile is an asset in business both ways. You're going to go to, like I said, it's an asset to the relationship with employee and owner, and to the customer. Yeah. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, no, that's very cool. I definitely recommend it, especially like she said, working with clients. That helps a lot to get the work done, to make it efficient, and make sure both of you are comfortable.
Yeah, that helped me a lot. Just to understand people that they are not necessarily rude. That's just how they operate.
Exactly. Yeah. And I wanna ask, what marketing strategies are you currently using for yourself, for your own personal brand, and for Brain ID, and your other ventures that you do as well, EModels?
Okay. Sure, Zita, marketing strategy 101. So yeah, that's quite an interesting question, because marketing is something that I really like it. So I come alive when people talk about marketing and events and how everything comes together. But at the end of the day, I think I will always need to learn more. Yeah. Okay. So at this stage, social media is my best friend. I think digital marketing is now the way to go.
I agree.
So currently, I'm doing branding with Brain ID. I have a separate branding profile for that. So I'm on Facebook and I have a website. I feel like if you have a website, you are relatable, first of all.
Yes.
And second of all, you are legit.
Yes.
Like people will go onto the website to see, well, okay, she actually do exist. Does exist? Do exist. Cyberstorm.
But I'm not gonna email someone with a @gmail.com. Yeah. I want a @brainid.com or co.za.
Yes. So I have that as well. I have the email address, and then in my personal capacity, I'm still just on Instagram as Jeanré, and underneath the Jeanré umbrella, I want to say I do all the other stuff that I do. So it's quite there's a lot of thinking processes going into the branding at this stage, but you're gonna help me with that. So at the moment, to answer your question in short and sweet, it's Facebook and it's Instagram, and then obviously association in Bloemfontein, going to events, associate with Zita, associate with a product or a business.
I was about to say, the people you network with, you've got a vast, your majority of your group or peers, they're very positive people as well, very influential, and I think that's also very important to have that community, those positive people around you to keep you going encouraging each other with work. All of it, right?
Yeah. And I think also, Zita, in Bloemfontein, you cannot be just in one network group. Like, for instance, people when they think about me, most of the time they will think, okay, beauty, because I have the modeling school. But I'm actually connected with people in the tire industry and in the computer industry, different kinds of industry. So you need to brand yourself to associate with different sections, if I can tell it that way.
Definitely eat out of I don't know
different plates. And share
plates with others as well.
Yes. No, I agree. Like I think part of my purpose as well, something that I've discovered also through brain profiling and Brain ID and the journey that I've been on the last year, is to connect people. I want to connect people. I want to connect Zita with X, Y, and Z. I want to connect people. I feel that is part of my purpose, to connect businesses and individuals.
But that's good. That's how you uplift, empower other people. That's a very, I think dis mooi om dit te doen. Yeah. So, how can each individual, especially striving now for the new year, improve their productivity in the work area, with the brain stuff, with the anything stuff?
Okay.
What advice?
Productivity for 2022. I hope everyone had a good rest in December 2021 and that you had a very festive season. So I believe when you have discipline in your life, and specifically people that do not like to have a routine, that was a challenge for me, and that I saw with my brain profile is that I do not like routine and I do not like discipline. So we are creatures of habits, and therefore we do need discipline. Like I've seen the productivity which you have when you do have discipline and routine in your life. I think there's a place for everything. Productivity 2022 for me is going to be planning, so plan ahead.
Yes, just plan ahead.
Make sure you know, okay, this is set out. I'm a very firm believer of a vision board. Firm believer of putting out everything that you want to accomplish this year. And how are we going to get there? It's nice to have a vision board, but if you don't have a plan in action, it's not gonna. You can have a vision board; it's going to be very nice. So
I actually saw Renee post something that a while ago, and she said, either you're going to do something, or you're going to look at something happening, or you're going to wonder if it ever happened. Something like that. So I was like, No. And I think we all are very good with dreaming. And we all have plans, but at the end of the day, it's to put that plan into action. Exactly.
So productivity for 2022, I think we must make time to reach our goals that we've set out, and also still rest. Like rest is super important, and I think it's something that we've missed in 2021. I don't know about you, Zita, but I've missed to rest because it was like an overdrive, just go. At the end of the day, productivity will not succeed if you do not rest enough in between your adventures.
Yeah, I also think when the opportunity came in, people were like, I need to work, because you're just scared something happens, so everything will go into that waiting period. But it's still important to work rest into your schedule. So I definitely agree with you to avoid burnout.
Yeah, because burnout is something that people do not talk about, and they think burnout is just a name, but burnout really do exist.
Yes.
And if you're there, it takes a lot of time to get back on track. You can have burnout and then recover a little bit, and the burnout will just go on and on and on and on.
Exactly.
So the recovery process is a lot longer.
I was about to say that recovery is very, very important. So to avoid that, make sure you get your enough rest, and also plan your
plan your rest. Put it in your diary. Like I have a friend as well. She will message me and she tell me she just want to send me a picture. She just planned her rest weekends for 2022. And I'm like, great. That's what we want to do. There must be rest in between.
Definitely. I'm also going to send you photos of my
Please
weekend.
do that. Let's do accountability. Accountability is like
I can't leave you on rest.
Like Zita, wanneer gaan jy rus?
Ons weet Jeanré rus nooit nie. Sy doen alles.
Ek rus, ek slaap baie lekker.
For any business venture, for anyone, for yourself, how do you stay motivated? How do you persevere and commit?
Okay, so for myself, this is something personal. Is I have a fear of being mediocre and average. So my motivation will always be to be better than I was a year ago, a month ago. I do it in years because a month is like very short.
Actually.
So my motivation first of all is to never be average, never be mediocre. I feel we are created on earth to be extraordinary. We are not created to be just ordinary. And then to walk fully in my purpose, that also keeps me motivated. The minute that I see I'm doing something that's not aligned with my purpose, I will not put my energy into it. So I'll channel my energy into purpose. So that also keeps me motivated and accountable. And then also to, just to fulfill the word that God gave us, and that is to make disciples. So either way, if I make disciples within my brain ID, or with the modeling school, or with my sales job, that is very important for me, and that keeps me motivated. Is the assignment that we got the day that we were born.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to add on that, like, you know, we can do a lot of stuff, or not stuff, but we can do life, but it needs to have a purpose. And I also feel being kind, serving others,
that's part of it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
that's why we are here.
Yeah, no, that is why we are here, and I think that is enough motivation for us. I always, and I will be honest about it. Like a few years ago, my motivation was money. I want to make enough money. I don't want to lack anything. And at the end of the day, I missed the whole point that if you are aligned in your purpose, money will be the fruit.
Yeah.
So that will come.
Yeah.
But you first need to walk in your purpose and your destiny before anything else.
Yes.
So, and that changed a lot for me, because at the end of the day, I was burned out because I was chasing money all the time.
Sure.
And I think that is something that's close to me, and that was my journey. Is don't chase money. it's never going to satisfy.
Sure, that's very. I think that's very important for you know, well, for me to hear as well. So yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, because we're in business. At the end of the day, we get taught that we're in business to make money, which is not wrong.
Yeah.
But that must not be your core, your main thing. Let's pay the bills, but that will come.
Yes, I agree.
You do your passion and you serve in your purpose, and everything will align.
Jeanré, what is your motivational advice for people, or for people wanting to achieve their goals, to do their purpose, reach the goal?
So my advice on your question, Zita, will be first of all to know yourself. I think that is the most important part as well that I've learned, because a lot of time people will ask you, yes, Zita, what is your goals? What is your dreams? And then you will be like, I don't know. And how can we work? How can you work if you don't know? So I think my advice for 2022 for individuals will be, just get to know yourself. What do you like? What you don't like? What makes you mad? What makes you happy? What is really your passion and your heart's desire? What makes you excited to get up in the morning?
Yes.
So get to know yourself, and then when you get to know yourself, to get your vision board aligned and your goals and your dreams, that will be a lot easier if you know, okay, this is who I am and this is who I want to be. That's the first step. If you don't know that, we're going to struggle with vision and goals and dreams. And then also something that I've said to a girl, she's 23 years old, last year in 2021. She also asked me what is my advice, and I'm like, sure, like there's so much knowledge out there, there's so much info out there in the world, but there's one thing that sticked with me, and that is to never stop learning.
Yes.
Like always continue to learn, and that will give you the benefit. That will give you the advantage of going forward in life. And I hope it makes sense, but that's my advice, and it's something that I'm very passionate about, is get to know yourself first before you do anything else.
Yes, I strongly agree with that. And as you say, if you do something that's your passion, you will work that extra 3 hours through the night because it's your passion.
Yeah. You'll walk the extra mile for that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
But then you don't just exist. So then you thrive, and I think that's why we're on earth. There's going to be obstacles. Yes, there's going to be hard times. We're not going to be happy all the time. But geez, we don't want to live a life not worth living, if I can tell it real. So,
Yo, goeie woorde. Very, I love it. Thank you, Jeanré.
Thank you, Zita.
Guys, please give her a follow on Instagram and Facebook.
And for Zita.
And get your brain ID profiles done. That is really, really helpful. I can really recommend it. Cool. Lekker dag. Thanks, Jeanré.
Dankie. Lekker koffie. Tequila.
Okay. Kom ons begin en dan begin ons.
Creatures of habits. Creatures of
habits klink reg.
Creatures of habits, yeah.
Jeanré, and then just to end off, what is your motivational advice for actually altyd for anyone?
Anyone is fine. And then you don't just exist. Sorry, my Engels.